Hey guys, Brian Barnes, Paradise Financial. I'm here with a very good friend of mine, Dan Herbert. Dan, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm a real estate agent with Remax.
And Dan gets nervous on camera, so I invited Dan in. We're going to start doing a little series, and Dan's my first victim or guest, depending on how you talk about it. Today we want to talk about real quick the 10 most common mistakes that home buyers make. And this is from a lender's perception and a realtor's perception and a consumer perception. Dan, you and I worked on a list together. You want to go over the first one?
Yeah, so we're going to go over the 10 commandments of things not to do when buying a house.
And guys, right here, I don't know if we can get our camera person to zoom in. We distribute this on all our clients immediately when they first apply with us. The first rule actually is, thou shalt read all 10 commandments. We do it kind of in a joking manner, but these are really critical things that can really delay or even cost a buyer a home loan. So Dan, now that we got through the first one, why don't you go to number 2? We'll keep everybody's interest here.
All right, so number 2, thou shalt not buy or lease a car, apply for credit, even if you're going to get a 10% store discount or dental work. Brian, why would it be important not to do any of those things?
Believe it or not, I've lost escrows or had major delays that cost the buyer money for doing exactly that. Oh, I got the new home. I was at Home Depot and they had 25% off on appliances. Big deal. Buy it after you close escrow. Dental work. I decided to get braces. Believe it or not, doctors will report this, and we have to hit you for your income to debt ratio. It can cost a buyer a home. It has happened, guys. I've done thousands of escrows. I've seen it happen. Number 3.
All right, number 3, thou shalt not incur any late payments.
That's obvious, guys. We get notified as a lender the minute you go 30 days late. Within literally minutes, we're notified during an escrow that you're not making your payments. And guess what happens? You're not getting that home loan.
And most importantly, if you're also selling a house, yes, that means you have to send in that final mortgage payment.
Happens. A lot of stories. Don't change or quit your job. I just had one recently where the gentleman midway through changed jobs and changed careers. Guess what, guys? He's not buying a home. We told him that. They signed acknowledges, but it was a great opportunity, $20,000 a year more. Let's hope rates don't go up next year because he's got to be on that new job for 6 months in our case.
All right, so let's go on to number 5. Thou shalt not finance any large appliances such as furniture or major appliances. Guys, what's more important, the new couch or the house to put it in?
Goes back to, don't apply for credit. One of the other things, I've had customers create problems. They go in and raise their credit limit. They didn't apply for new in their mind. They just got a increase from $500 to $2,000 to buy that new big screen for the new home. It can hurt. It can cost you a transaction. For your buyers, they may lose the home. Income to debt ratios can get messed up. Don't do anything. Dan, next.
All right, so number 6, and this is one I come across quite a bit. Thou shalt not transfer money from one account to another account. Why is that one important?
We have to trace all the money since 1989. They make us as lenders play kind of like the IRS. If you start bouncing money between accounts, it's a delay because we have to have a current bank statement showing the money exists. So unless you want a 30-day delay, don't move money.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right, so number 7, thou shalt not deposit any money other than regular payroll into your accounts. That sounds odd. Why is that important?
Well, we've got to, once again, chase all the money. Show all of a sudden your brother owed you $5,000 because you're buying a home. He gives you the $5,000 back in cash. You deposit it in your account. We got a problem, guys. Whether or not we're using it for this purchase, we have to document all the funds. So don't do anything without talking to your loan officer, whoever he or she may be, without their permission first. Really simple.
Yeah,
it's that important.
That makes a lot of sense. All right, so thou shalt not get married or divorced. We probably don't need to elaborate on this one too much. If you're utilizing both incomes or the fact that you probably have to pay alimony. Or
I've had people all of a sudden file for divorce in the middle of buying a home. Alimony, child support, we get hung up sometimes for months. The escrow dies. Don't get married. California's a community property state. I'm all for marriage. But if Dan here's a single guy, he gets married in the middle of the escrow, we get notified as a lender. Now all her debt, bad credit, is on him, even if she's not going on to the loan. California, guys, community property. Very few exceptions to that rule.
That makes a lot of sense.
Here's a big one, Dan, and you and I actually ran into this. Don't go on vacation in the middle of your escrow, whether you're a buyer or a seller. I just had a delay where they decided the seller, in the middle of the escrow, to go to Europe. I'm happy they could go to Europe. That was wonderful. It delayed us 2 weeks. Actually cost them, per their contract, for the delay with the rate lock extension. So that was $1,000 extra cost to the seller in this case. A lot of times it's the buyer though.
Yeah, it's
So-
pretty important to prioritize dates in a contract.
And the 10th one, we're gonna laugh on this one, but it's happened, guys. This list is based off things that have happened to us in the industry.
Yeah. So why shouldn't we file bankruptcy while we're trying to buy a house?
Because you can't get debt, new debt. And I've had husband and wives, and once again, the wife filed for bankruptcy, even if she wasn't on the loan, because it is a community property state. The husband's accounts were affected by it, and he couldn't buy a home. So it sounds really simple. It sounds it is what it is. Don't file for bankruptcy. Well, obviously, if you're buying a home, you can't file for bankruptcy. But a spouse, don't file for bankruptcy until that home loan closed. Then honestly, as a lender, we don't care what you do. That may be great because Dan and I can sell you another home in a couple of years. So with that said, always talk to your loan officer. Always talk to a professional realtor like Dan here. Dan, give him your name and number.
You guys can reach me at 916-995-3678.
If you have questions, give Dan, and you guys know me, Brian Barnes, 916-230-4750. We're just here to help. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.